So what's up? Y'all read Oral Rinse? That shit's lit.
That shit's lit. Yeah, y'all read? y'all,
I'll read.
y'all been reading? Okay, so how are you? How's it going?
I'm good. I've just been hanging out, tuning into the live stream. I've been working on a spread actually for our next scene.
Oh my god. Can we get a sneak peek? Will you show a little sneak peek?
Hell yeah. Here we go. Oh, wait.
It's so funny because you can see the reflection. Oh my god! There's Ellie, there's me. Oh my god. What does it say? Pirouettes?
This is priorities.
Ah.
This is one of Ellie's doodles actually.
Oh, that's so cool.
This doesn't need to affect you. Right? I think that's what it says, right, Ellie? Manifest.
Oh my god, that's so sweet. Okay. I love that. So do you want to talk about behind closed coors and just like what what you're thinking about in terms of like maybe some reflections on the first issue and how you feel about the second issue and what your sort of, what your vision for it is, your vision for this project, all of that?
Yeah, sure. Behind Closed Coors is a zine that me and Cassie have been working on since we became friends in August of 2019. Yeah. It's basically a zine about sex and intimacy and love. And the first issue spanned about like a year. It took us a whole year to make. And when we started it, Cassie was in a relationship and I was single. And when we ended it, Cassie was single. I was in a relationship, so we have like a really crazy dynamic. Both of our work changes like drastically throughout the whole zine, and we just kind
Now
of
we're
like,
both single and working on issue 2.
yeah, exactly. And we're like, I love you, Ellie. Yeah. We're basically talking about self-love. I'm pretty sure you said you were gonna write something about masturbation. Basically like a lot of platonic love too, because in my life that's been like the most important thing to me, like ever. Like I love my friends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like, just kind of addressing like what it means to love yourself during a really lonely time because like everybody's horny and everybody's lonely, but like we in a pandemic, so what are we gonna do about it? Um, and it's funny because my grandpa. It's really funny that I can see myself in your lens, in your sunglass lens. Are you in a filter? An Instagram
Yeah.
filter? I want to be
Yes.
in a filter.
Do a
Um,
filter.
my grandpa was like, "Are you oh my god." He was like, "Are you single?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a pandemic." Oh my god. And he was like, um, "That's true. Like you're not the only one struggling with this right now." And I was like, "Thanks, grandpa." So, but it's not just Brooklyn that's horny, Ellie. Like the whole world is horny. Um. Anyway, do you um do you have any cool zines you want to show us as a part of your work? Hi, Heather.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working a lot since like quarantine started. I've gotten more into like my textile work, and like I've been making fabric zines, which has been really fun. Let me see if I can.
Thanks, Nande. I
I
really like
gotta
the one I'm
I
on
gotta
right now.
unfilter me right now. So this is one of them. This is all fabric, and it's basically like kind of just like a diary journal type thing. And oh, Ellie, you say rave? You want to rave in here? I can do that. Just for you, Ellie. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool with the zine, actually.
It's not bad. Thanks.
I should put like an
Um,
an epilepsy warning on this live, but it's okay.
let me go slower. Just kidding. It's not really doing much. But yeah. So, whoa. Haha! Here we go. And yeah, I definitely work a lot with photography, but that's been like really hard with pandemic stuff. Like self-portraits are really fun and all, but you can only take so many pictures of yourself.
Yeah.
I like taking pictures of my roommates. They're really inspiring.
Is there any, like, do you think at all you'd want to add any of the mediums that you've currently been working in? Like, I know you've been doing picture weaving, which has been really cool, and like just the fabric zine and stuff. Like, would you ever want to put any of that in behind closed doors?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about like scanning some of this and putting it in there, or even like just because what I did in one of them, not this one, I don't know where it is, but I like printed my nudes on like a transfer paper thing that I like ironed onto a piece of jean, and that was fun. Maybe add something like that. Um, Definitely some of my stuffies, like I could make a bunch of hearts and stuff and just edit them into a spread. It'd be fun.
And how do you feel about one of a kind zines versus like zines that are, you know, more, I don't want to say like mass produced, but just like, because a lot of the zines that you've made that I've really like, you know, for some of the zines that I've really seen were one of a kind, you know, and that's like, I mean, that fabric zine is one of a kind. So how is that experience of making something that you want to be distributed versus making something that's one of a kind? Like, how do those feel different to you?
Um, so basically, like I get stressed out when like whoa. Um,
Sorry, I'm having so much fun.
no, you're fine. Um, you're really silly, Cassie. Love you. When I'm like able to mass produce something, it's a little bit less stressful because it's like, oh, this is like fine if it gets messed up or like whatever. For like one of a kind zines, like it's kind of like I don't know, it stresses me out that like yeah, this could get ruined and be ruined forever. But like also I feel like it kind of adds to the process, and I personally like to touch things, and like I feel like something that is one of a kind or like even just like a fabric zine that like I can't really mass produce like is more engaging. Um
Mm-hmm.
so it's more exciting for me to make and for people to look at probably as well. Like I also like to add like beads and little flip things like the
Yeah,
ball.
I mean, you added beats to behind closed doors, like at the end of the binding. They
I
had
did.
they
That's
had the
true.
really cool beats. Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting. Like, I don't know. I feel like the one of a kind um, zine practice, like, is so personal. And then, like, with behind closed doors, oh my God. Can you see your alignment of the day if you do it? No. That one's good. And then, like, with behind closed doors, like, it's really personal, but it's also something that, like, our friends have all seen and, like, all kind of perceived. And that's been like, I don't know, that's been a really interesting experience for me because I feel like with the second issue, oh, I like that one. With the second issue, I wanted to get like even more vulnerable than the last because I think that if it's not going to be one of a kind, you know, if it's going to be something that like is distributed, like let it be as vulnerable as possible because more people are going to relate. The more vulnerable you are, the more relatable you are, in my opinion.
Exactly. That's totally how I think about like all of my art. I like to be as vulnerable and honest as possible because also people are like, ooh, hee hee, like juicy, like ooh, who's this about? Like I literally like remember like one of my zines like Heather was reading and she was like, whoa, like Frankie, like who is this about? And I told her and she was like, this literally like changed everything. And I was like, whoa. But it's also like, yeah, I mean, we're all human and like it's nice to know that you're not like a creepy crazy person and you all feel the same way about certain situations and you can relate to people.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, zines are like a diary, and you shouldn't forget it. You know, like that is um, one of the most intimate ways to express yourself. I'm having way too much fun with the filters as we talk. You've gotten me like to have so much fun with them.
I'm glad I
But
could spice up your life like that.
I know you really did. You really did kind of change the game. But you know, tell me like I don't know. Tell me more about. Um, is there any material in particular that you're like looking for behind closed course for all the listeners? Like, if there's anything that you would want from the people who are like the lovely 7 people who are getting epilepsy from watching this filter right now.
I feel like we could do a segment of like texts or like Tinder messages or something that would be funny.
Sort of like
Like,
those beam me up soft boy vibes.
yeah, kind of. Just like in like things that strike you as like intimate and like could be like honestly really silly and cringeworthy or like maybe or just like sexy, spicy. I don't know. I feel like text could be cool. It could be like a page of just texts. That'd be cool. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
How
you
many
heard it here
times can I
first.
say the word cool?
If you have any like funny, spicy Tinder messages, spicy texts, any spicy, I guess like I don't know, I was gonna say spicy stories, but honestly a text can tell a story. Um, if you have any of those, like you can send it to me or Frankie. Both of us are on this live right now in case you didn't know our Instagrams, but I'm sure because you're, you know, perceiving respectfully, you already do. And stay tuned for Behind Closed Cours issue 2 because that is going to be a thing February 14th, 2021. That's Valentine's Day
Get
for
ready.
those of you degenerates. No, I'm just kidding. For everybody who didn't know.
All
Um,
the single ladies
yeah, I would hope
and
you all know when February 14th is. That's an important one. That's my favorite holiday. Actually, fun fact. I love Valentine's Day. But anyway, be
I'm
sure
apathetic
to
towards.
be sure to check out Behind Closed Course. Stay tuned for Valentine's Day because we're definitely going to print more because a lot of you wanted the other issue, the first one, but we only printed 10 copies. But for this one, I'm going to make sure that we print more than 10. So, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Cassie
much.
and Nanda, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Wait, I want to do the mass hearts again. Thank you so much, Frankie. Um, I really appreciate the fact that you hopped on this live.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to kick you off because I'm a stone cold bitch. No, just kidding. I'm going to kick you off because Nanda and I are going to talk about where you can find this magical creation of ours.
Okay, bye.
Bye.